Hey, good morning. Y94 is home of the Playhouse in the morning. And, of course, Y94 is easy money. Free money all day long. Just sign up Y94.com with Y94 and Vision 4 Lincoln and Wapaton. Celebrity Sizzler on the way. A little bit. 9 o'clock, dive into well over an hour of commercial-free music thanks to Matt's Automotive Service Center. And right now, some feedback for Playhouse family member Whitney. Whitney, what are you hoping that people have some experience with and can help you with today? Good morning.
Okay, well, my husband and I have been married for 4 years, and we've always worked really hard around the holidays to incorporate each of our family's traditions as best we can. But, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's kind of impossible to squeeze it all in, and someone always ends up being disappointed. So,
Sure.
you know, you rotate and you promise your family Christmas if the other family gets Thanksgiving, and they'll get Christmas next year, and it just gets to be too much.
Okay.
You know, the solution that we kind of like is just starting our own traditions. I'm tired of eating other people's Thanksgiving turkeys. I'm tired of getting up to drive to somebody else's home on Christmas morning. You know, what I'd really like to do is have Thanksgiving meals at our house with my husband and our daughter. And then this Christmas, I would love to wake up and open presents in our own living room, and then the following weekend visit our family. You know,
Got it.
I feel like that's going to be much more enjoyable, way less stressful, and we can celebrate the holidays without being all stressed out. But my husband's worried it's going to upset our families, but I just think they just need to accept that traditions and families change and evolve, and things need to be different moving forward.
So he seems worried about hurting people's families, or like feelings. He's worried about hurting feelings, but that doesn't seem to be your take on it. You're all in?
I mean, it'll be hard the first conversation and maybe even the first couple of years. It's like, it's new traditions, and then people get used to it, I feel like.
So what are we getting advice for? Like people that have done this before, and like best way to explain it to family without hurting feelings? Is that kind of, because you obviously want to do this. You're just looking for advice as to how?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to try.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not an easy conversation to have, right? The first time it's different, it's going to be a little hurtful for them, like you said.
I just feel that I get it's stressful, but don't you want to spend the holidays with your family?
You know what actually helped us? Because she's one, which I understand that entirely. You know what the best thing was for us, and I feel weird saying it, was 2020. Because we were kind of doing that same thing where we were trying to juggle all the stuff that, like, all these relatives thought that we should be doing, and a lot of times it overlaps, and then the stuff that doesn't overlap, it just gets to be too much over the course of just a couple of days. And then it was the excuse of 2020 and being able to be like, listen, we can't have gatherings like that. That was the year where we finally, it was like, you know what, we had Thanksgiving in our house, and I don't think there was anybody else there. It was really nice. And then anywhere we were rushing off to, the kids just got to open up their Santa gifts. We didn't go anywhere that day. It was lovely. So I get it. I think you just got to have that first talk. Say we're starting our own traditions.
And if your husband is only worried about hurting people's feelings, because it sounds like he thinks it's a good idea too.
I think so. Yeah, he just doesn't want to have to tell his mom.
Yeah, he just thinks the awkward conversation. Then I think you just tell them, this is what I think is best for our family this year. This is what we're going to do. And you could try it this year. If you and your husband, your daughter don't like it, you miss spending the time with your family, next year you could change it. Why not just try it? But for me, the holidays are about spending the time with my family. I enjoy it. Maybe once I have kids, it will be different for me because you're going to have to pack all their stuff, do that. But I'm not going to cook a Thanksgiving meal.
It's a tough talk. Every family goes through it, but it's not realistic that you and your significant other are going to do all of everything you always did every Thanksgiving and every Christmas the exact same way you did since you were a toddler up until when you were 18, whatever years old. I mean, it's not realistic. Any advice on how to have that conversation? You maybe had it and you got some do's and don'ts. 237, it's text 35270. You know, we were lucky. I got to hide behind the pandemic with it. You know, did you actually have to sit down and have that outside of the pandemic, that talk? 237, if you got some advice for Whitney, it's Playhouse.